Hey now, today I am going to finally, my wife has been bothering me for a while to try this out, finally going to make a birthday cake sourdough. Not a birthday cake with sourdough, but a sourdough bread that has a lot of birthday cake flavors. We'll see. A little bit of an experiment. I think it'll be fun. Now, it's going to be, it won't be too difficult, just a few extra ingredients going in, so let's check it out. So I'm going to start out here with 360 grams of filtered water, and that's going to be 72% of the baker's weight here. I'm adding to that 500 grams of strong baker's flour, and actually should have dumped this in with the water. This is 20 grams or 4% vanilla extract, and that's going to give it some of that classic birthday cake vanilla punch. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a really nice mix here for a couple of minutes. All right, and there we go. I'm going to get this all off of my hands nicely into the bowl, cover it up with plastic, and I'm going to give it around an hour or so to autolyse. So after 1 hour, I am ready to add some leaven, and I've got this here. It's nice, beautiful, pillowy, ready to go. I'm going to be adding 125 grams or 25% based on the percentage here into this, or trying to, without flopping it around too much. Beautiful. All right, there we are. Now, just wetting my hands with some filtered water. I'm just going to go ahead and push some of this leaven into this very vanilla-y smelling dough. I must say, very birthday cake-ish already, just based on the aroma. And I'm going to work it in like so for a couple of minutes. All right, there we are. Nicely incorporated. I'm just going to cover this back up with plastic and give it another half hour. Time for the salt addition. I've got 9 grams or 1.8% of that. Unfortunately, all I have is this coarse sea salt. I think one of my children must have baked using the fine sea salt and didn't let me know we're out. So anyway, going with that, it'll work out fine. Now I also, because this is a birthday cake sourdough, I do want to have a decent amount of sweetness to it. So I'm throwing in 75 grams or 15% sugar. I'm going to add that in there. I don't know if this is overkill. We'll see. Speaking of overkill, I have 125 grams or 25% of these really fun sprinkles that we're going to add in right now. I'm just going to, again, wet my hands with the filtered water, and we're going to mix everything in. This might turn me into a horrible mess. My thought here is this will kind of look like a fun confetti cake. Hopefully. We will see. I could have added the sprinkles in during the lamination, but I wanted a little bit more even distribution of them throughout the bread than the lamination might give. I like to use lamination sometimes for big chunks of certain kinds of ingredients and whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to mix this here for a couple of minutes, trying to incorporate everything as much as possible. Okay, there we go. I've got this mixed in. This became a bit more of a slightly soupier mess than I was hoping. I think that's because of the sugar that went in there, and then of course the sprinkles also will have some sugar on them. So, we'll see. We will see how this goes. As with some of these experiments, sometimes they go a little crazy, but I'm going to cover this up, let it sit for half an hour, and then we will come back to it. All right, we're at the part of an experiment where I get worried. Look at all this sugary water in here. I'm going to just kind of mess around with this a little here, see what the deal is. Oh no. This is interesting. I don't know, like there's got to be a third of a cup of stuff in there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this, I'm going to fire it into another bowl, and then I think we're looking at coil folds from here on out. But I'll do that, I'll cover it up, and I'll let it sit for half an hour and see if a bunch of stuff comes out of that as well. For the third time, there is still sugary goo in the bowl. I'm going to just take this bread out I've had it. We're gonna just see what happens. So, trying to get this to adhere will actually maybe require a little bit of flour. So I can try get some sort of a shape out of it here. Maybe just a little bit more with all that stickiness. Just like so. So this had a couple of hours after the third stretch and fold. And I believe it's fermented. We'll find out tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna give this 5 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, after 5 minutes, it is time to give this one last little shaping. Honestly, I'm gonna throw a little more flour down. I just want to see if I can tighten this up just a little bit. It feels really weird using flour to actually make it stick more, but I guess that'll happen. Here we are. All right, I'm gonna throw a little bit of rice flour up on the top of it. Get it into this banneton, cover it up with plastic wrap, and leave it overnight. We'll see what happens. Morning of the bake. I'm not seeing a bunch of excess liquid in here. I'm not sure what's going to happen when we flip it over, but we're going to do so, and hopefully it comes out. Oh, not really stuck too badly. Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of sprinkles to this. I'm just going to quickly give it a light brushing with some water, you know, just in case there wasn't enough liquid going on before. I'm going to put these sprinkles on. This is definitely an experiment. These might burn, but whatever. We're giving it a whirl here. All right, giving it a score. I've got the oven, it was preheated to 500 degrees for an hour. I'm going to pop this in, and then I'm going to drop the temperature down to 440 and give it 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not breathing.
Cover it up. And there we go. All right, after 30 minutes, I'm going to pop this off here. Oh, better rise than I anticipated. And now, because there's so much sugary goodness in this here, I want it off the cast iron. I'm going to just set it down here directly on the grate on that parchment paper. I'm going to drop the temperature down to 430 degrees and give it around 20 minutes. Okay, so after 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and pop out this birthday cake sourdough. Slide it off with the parchment. Now, I'm going to let it rest. Hey, look at that. Looks like those sprinkles didn't really burn on there. Super cute. Can't wait to cut into that.
Hi, Boo Boo.
All right, girls. Whose birthday is it?
Both of us? No.
No, it's nobody's birthday, but it's a birthday cake sourdough. Here we go. Moment of
It's
truth.
Sourdough's birthday.
Sourdough's birthday? Well, I guess we'll find out about that. So let's have a little slice into this here.
Yes, let's cut it. Cut.
Careful, keep your hands away from the knife. A little firm on the bottom, but not too bad. And what are we going to see? Whoa!
Sprinkles.
Look at that.
Hey, I wanted to smell the inside.
Yeah, you can smell the inside. Awesome.
Like sprinkles inside.
Okay, tell you what, I'm going to get a slice off of this and we can try it out, okay?
Okay.
All right, little girls.
Yeah.
It is time to try out the bread. Which piece do you want? Do you want that one? Let us see.
Delicious.
Delicious. What does it taste like?
Candy mint. Sprinkles.
Sprinkles? You said what? Candy?
Candy minted.
I don't know what that is. I think this is delicious. I was really worried about, obviously, the whole syrupy thing coming out of this bread when we were, pardon me, I'm choking on my bread, when we were making it. However, there's still a decent amount of sweetness throughout here, so some of that sugar obviously remained.
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy? Oh. And I'm sure the sprinkles also contributed to that as well. But this is really, really nice. It's light, it's fluffy, it's super moist, and it really does remind me of birthday cake. I don't know, I was worried thinking that I would need to drastically change up the process for next time. I might tweak it a little bit. I think I'd be tempted to possibly put the sugar in with the flour for the initial autolyse. Could could possibly mix in a little bit better that way. In fact, I think I do need to try that out. However, what seemed like it might be a horrible mistake turned out to be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Delicious corn candy minting. No, Ella.
No? All right. Okay, well, till next time, keep it at 11.
Bye.